Subscribe to Rajshri Food and click on the bell icon for more updates.
Hello and welcome to Rajshri Food. I'm your host Ruchi Bharani, and in this episode I'm going to show you a very simple recipe, yet a common one down south, called Rasam Vada. What I like about this recipe is that it's comfort food in the literal sense. So let's see how. Let's start with heating 2 tablespoons of oil. Into this, I'm going to add 1 tablespoon of white lentils or urad dal. Cook the urad dal till they become nice and brown. It has started to change color. Now, into this, I'm going to add in half a teaspoon of ginger paste. Next, add in 3 tomatoes finely chopped. Let the tomatoes cook for at least a good 4 to 5 minutes before we add in all the other ingredients. You can see the tomatoes have softened. Another tip, cook the tomatoes before adding the water because this will bring out the perfect nice flavor of the tomatoes and not a very sour flavor. And now I'm going to start adding a few masalas. So we get ready-made Rasam Masala. So add a tablespoon of that. This is quite spicy. And rasam itself is quite spicy, so up to you how much you want to add. I also add half a teaspoon of Kashmiri red chilli powder to bring out a nice red color. Next, I'm going to add in 3 tablespoons of tamarind juice. This is going to give that extra zing to the rasam. Give this a stir. I'm also going to add in some jaggery to taste. Also add in some salt. Next, I'm going to add in 2 tablespoons of tur dal that I've pressure cooked and churned. A few curry leaves. Give this a mix. As you can see, I've almost let the tomatoes cook till a pulp consistency. And now at this point, I'm going to add in 3 cups of water. And now, let this boil for at least 4 to 5 minutes. This has been boiling since the last 4 minutes, and now I'm going to bring it off the flame. And time for the tempering or the tadka. Let's heat a little more oil. Into this, I'm going to add in a tablespoon of mustard seeds, 2 Boriya chilies or any dry chilies that you have at home, a few curry leaves, half a teaspoon of hing. Let's add this tempering into the rasam. A little bit of freshly grated coconut and some coriander leaves. And this rasam is ready. Now, let's move on to the next part of the recipe, that is the vada. I'm going to do a little bit of explaining. I have taken 1 cup of urad dal or white lentil, washed it and soak it in water for at least about 4 to 5 hours. Then drain out all the water from it. Take half a portion of the dal and then grind it in the blender into a smooth paste. If you feel the need to add water, just add very little, about 1 to 2 tablespoons to it, and grind it into a completely fine paste. In the same way, grind the remaining portion of the urad dal into a fine paste. And this is how it looks. The next part of this recipe involves a little bit of muscle work, but I'm going to cheat. Usually people use their hand to beat this batter, but I'm going to use the beater to make the process a little more easy and less strenuous. So let's just start. So you can see how thick this batter is. I've barely used about 4 tablespoons of water to grind this. And now let's start beating it. So basically, we need to beat this for at least a good 2 to 3 minutes. We need to air the batter. And now into this, I'm going to add half a cup of grated coconut, Next, I'm going to add around 2 tablespoons of coriander leaves, salt to taste, a teaspoon of ginger and chili paste. Let's whisk all these ingredients again. After you turn off the beater, do not stir the batter with a spoon or your hand or anything. Just let it be the way it is. That's a very important tip. Basically, I need to retain the air the way it is. And now I'm going to drop small dumplings into the hot oil. Just scoop up a little bit of the batter and drop it into the oil. Fry these vadas on medium-low heat. The vadas have got a nice brown color. Let's get it out of the oil. And these are ready to be dipped in the rasam. Let's place a few vadas in the bowl. And now pour piping hot rasam over it. Garnish it with a little bit of coriander leaves and some grated coconut. Tell me if I'm wrong when I say that this is comfort food at its best. Do try this at home, comment below, and I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.